The city is a collector of gazes. Every glance you cast in passing, every stare you avoid, every reflection you ignore, it gathers them all, storing them in the hollows of its windows like secrets in locked drawers. Those windows aren't just glass, they're thresholds. After midnight, when the last lights in the apartments flicker out and the river runs silent, they stop reflecting the world outside. They start showing the one inside, the one that's always been there, waiting for you to look a little too long, waiting for you to recognize that the eyes staring back were never just yours. I ride then, not to escape the eyes. Escape is a story I stopped telling myself. I ride because the motion blurs the edges of what's real and what's remembered. The camera is still on my chest. It records without pause, frame after frame, glance after glance, like it knows the truth I keep trying to unsee. There is a row of old apartment buildings along the riverfront, facades crumbling like forgotten promises, bricks weathered by rain that never quite washes the grime away. The windows are stacked in neat rows, most dark at night, some glowing with the cold blue of screens or the warm yellow of lamps. But one window, always the same one, third floor, second from the left, never changes. It's lit, not bright, dim, yellowish, like the pages of an old book left open too long, curtains half drawn, thin enough to hint at shapes behind but never reveal them completely. I passed it the first time without a second thought, just another window in a city full of eyes. But the next night I felt it, a pull, not physical, deeper, like a thread hooked into my gut, tugging gently but insistently. I slowed, looked up. The window was the same, lit, curtains half drawn, a silhouette inside, vague, human-shaped, standing still, facing out, toward the river, toward me. I rode on, told myself it was someone insomnia-struck, staring at the water for company. But the silhouette didn't move, didn't shift, just stood, watching. I felt its gaze on my back long after I turned the corner. The next night I rode the same path. The window was lit again, the silhouette there, same position, same stillness. I stopped this time, stared back. The shape didn't flinch, didn't wave, didn't turn away, just watched. I felt my own reflection in the glass, overlaid on the silhouette. My face, but not quite. The eyes in the reflection seemed wider, hungrier, as if they were seeing something I couldn't. I left, faster. The thread in my gut tightened as I rode away, as if something was reluctant to let go, reluctant to be forgotten. Night after night I returned, always after midnight, always the same window, always lit, always the silhouette. But each time it was closer to the glass. Not suddenly, gradually. One night the outline was faint, deep in the room. The next a step forward, the next two. The curtain seemed thinner with every visit, the details sharper, shoulders slumped slightly as if carrying a weight. Head tilted just a fraction to the left, eyes, holes of darkness, fixed on the spot where I stopped. I began to speak to it, whispering inside my helmet. Who are you? No answer. What do you see when you look out? Silence. Why me? Why this window? Why now? The silhouette shifted for the first time, a small lean forward, as if straining to hear, as if my words were pulling it closer. I started leaving voice notes describing the window, the building, the silhouette, the way the light never flickered, never dimmed, never warmed. I played them back in my apartment, lights on, doors bolted, windows covered. In every recording, there was an extra whisper. My voice, but not my voice. Repeating what I said, but with a question at the end. Why not you? I tried to ignore it. Changed routes, avoided the riverfront entirely. But every path I took looped back. The handlebars turned on their own, the thread pulled harder. When I reached the window, the silhouette was even closer. Pressed against the glass now, hands flat on the pane, face almost visible, but not quite. Just enough to see the eyes, wide, unblinking, matching my stare perfectly. I felt changes in myself. My reflection in other windows began to linger. When I turned away, it stayed a second longer, watching me leave. My shadow under street lamps grew doubles, faint outlines that overlapped mine but didn't quite align. My breathing fogged the helmet visor in patterns that looked like fingerprints from the inside. I forgot things more often, not small things anymore, whole nights. I'd wake with mud on my shoes, the bike parked outside, the camera full of footage I didn't remember taking. In the videos, I saw myself stopping at the window, staring, whispering questions, the silhouette answering with gestures, head tilts, hand presses, slow nods. But in the playback, my own mouth moved too, answering myself, One night I rode to the building on purpose, stopped directly below the window, turned off the headlamp, sat on the curb, waited. The silhouette leaned closer, pressed its face to the glass. For the first time I saw details. Hair like mine, jaw like mine, eyes wide like mine. I spoke aloud. "What do you want?" The answer came in my own voice, soft, calm, from above, from inside the window. "To see what you see, to be where you are, to remember what you forgot." I closed my eyes. The air thickened. No wind, no river sound, no heartbeat. Just the faint creak of the building settling as if something inside was shifting its weight. When I opened my eyes, the window was dark, the silhouette gone. But when I stood, my legs felt lighter, my balance too perfect, as if I had left something behind. I rode home, slowly. The thread was gone. No pull, no resistance. The camera stayed off. I didn't turn it on again because I already knew what it would show. Me, riding alone. But in every frame, every single frame, a second face in the reflections of passing windows. Mine, smiling in a way I never smiled, waiting for me to look back. I still ride at night. The window is dark now. It doesn't need to watch anymore. It's already looking through my eyes, and every time I glance over my shoulder, I see nothing. But I feel the smile on my own face, the one I never learned how to make, the one that knows what I forgot, and is waiting for me to remember that I was the one in the window all along, watching myself ride by, night after night, until the city forgets which one is real, until I forget which eyes are mine, which thoughts are mine, which life is mine. Because sometimes, when I ride past other windows, I see my face in them too, staring out, waiting for me to come closer, waiting for me to wave. And when I do, the reflection waves back, but slower, with a smile that knows it's not alone anymore, and the city watches it all, keeping the gaze, keeping the secret, keeping the thread pulled tight, forever.